welcome you all to day 4 of the Faculty Development Program on Research. This program is jointly organized by Universal AI University and Maharashtra Commerce Teachers Association in collaboration with Internal Quality Assurance Cell and Shodh Bodh Samiti of Achievers College of Commerce and Management. It is an honor to have with us today Professor Bhupendra Mishra Sir, Assistant Professor, Universal of AI University, Dr. G.Y. Shitole Sir, General Secretary of MCTA, Founder Principal Dr. C. Mahesh Bhivandikar Sir, and our Vice Principals, Ms. Sophia D'Souza Ma'am and Ms. Sana Khan Ma'am. A special and warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Professor Bhupendra Mishra Sir, Assistant Professor. So I extend my sincere gratitude to all our partnering institutions. Your collaborations have been instrumental in making this national level faculty development program a success. Before we move ahead with today's session on research methodology and data collection, let me provide a quick recap of the previous sessions. On day 1 of our FDP, Dr. Shraddha, Principal of Tilak Education Society, JK College, delivered an insightful session on identifying research problems and research gaps. She emphasized the significance of well-crafted research titles and outlined the key characteristics of an effective title. She also highlighted the role of literature review in shaping research problems and demonstrated how various AI tools can aid in reviewing literature and identifying gaps. The session was highly engaging, enriched with practical examples that made the concept more readable for the participants. On day 2, Dr. Kuldeep Sharma, Assistant Professor at KPV Hinduja College of Commerce, delivered an insightful session on objectives and hypotheses, where he made understood that the objective and hypothesis are crucially element in research and they provide clear direction and focus. The objective outlines the purpose of the study, guiding what the researchers aim to discover or achieve. It helps in defining the scope and structuring the entire research process. The hypothesis, on the other hand, offers a testable statement or prediction based on existing knowledge. It serves as the foundation for experiment and analysis, allowing researchers to draw meaningful conclusions. Together, they ensure that the research is goal-oriented, systematic, and scientifically valid. Yesterday, on day 3, research methodology and data collection are crucial components of any study as they provide a structured approach to investigating problems and drawing meaningful conclusions. A well-defined methodology ensures that the research is systematic, objective, and replicable, while proper data collection guarantees the accuracy and reliability of findings. Together, they lay the foundation for credible and valid results, enabling researchers to make informed decisions and contribute valuable insights to the field. This faculty development program offers a vital platform for faculty to strengthen research skills, identify research gaps, design studies, and gain hands-on training in data analysis, research writing, and funding opportunities. To give us a better understanding of this ability, I invite our Vice Principal Ma'am and IQAC Coordinator, Assistant Professor Ms. Sana Khan Ma'am. Sana Khan Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Radvinder Ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I would like to welcome all of you to day 4 of our FDP on research, that is Shodh Bodh Karyashala. We are now approaching to the most exciting and futuristic part of our journey, where traditional research meets modern innovation. And today's session focuses on AI tools for researchers and how they can support us in writing research papers and drafting our proposals. So, as someone has rightly said, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. So by integrating AI into our academic practices, we are not just keeping up, we are stepping ahead. Let's keep our minds open and our curiosity high as we explore these valuable tools and techniques. Wishing everyone a tech-savvy, insightful, and inspiring session today. And once again, I'm thankful to Universal AI University and Maharashtra Commerce Teachers Association for collaborating us for this FDP. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now,
Bhai Muradabad. Bhai Muradabad. BHAI.
now moving forward, I would like to formally introduce today's resource person, Professor Bhupendra Mishra. We are delighted to welcome Mr. Mishra sir, a dynamic marketing leader with over 15 years of diverse experience across digital marketing, B2B marketing, and sales. He has collaborated with renowned organizations like IBM, Dell, Velocity, and DHNL, and currently holds the position of Program Chair, Faculty Development and Assistant Professor of Marketing at UAE. A globally acclaimed international trainer, Mr. Mishra has conducted impactful sessions in countries including South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Croatia, Nepal, the USA, and India. His expertise spans personality development, individual brand building, AI in marketing, and digital and social media strategy. A passionate academic and researcher, he is pursuing his PhD at ITM University, Raipur, and has published extensively in reputed journals. He has also serves as an independent consultant for Burgess, Mumbai, and brings a unique blend of industry insight, academic rigor, and ethical value inspired by his practice of Raja Yoga and associations with the Brahma Kumari. Recently featured on the cover of Top Business Mechanism magazine, Mr. Mishra continues to inspire transformation through innovation, leadership, and purpose. Over to you, Bhupendra sir. Please guide participants through your immense knowledge. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a warm welcome, Raghvinder. And good afternoon, everyone. So not taking much of our time, let's quickly deep dive into what exactly we are supposed to do today. So let me quickly share my screen. And I would appreciate if you can just let me know if you can see my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone? Perfect. So
Yes, sir.
great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look into what is the schedule for our FTP today. So when I was approached by Dr. Asha ma'am saying that I have to conduct an FTP, it was quite a challenge for me. Why I said challenge is because there are so many tools and it was challenging for me to pick up which is the best one that I can bring it over here that can help the, that can ease the life of academician when it comes to research part. So being in the same industry, I can understand what are the challenges that we have to go through with, especially the content creation and then the analysis of the data. So today I'm going to focus only on two tools as the time restrict us. One is Julius, which will help, and we're going to look at the practical part of it. And the second one would be Merlin. Is anyone of you aware about these two tools, or has anyone of you have ever used them before? Okay. And once this is over,
No, sir.
all right, no worries. We're going to look into that. And once that is over, then we're going to jump into the question and answer sessions of it. So coming back to where we have to start from. So I want each one of you to do it because I'm the person who does not just believe in delivering just by one-sided. I want each one of you to practice along with me and only then we can grow. Okay, so those who are on your machines, kindly go on your Google Chrome and open your Google. Once you are here, then type Julius, Julius. Once we are in here, so the very first option that you have is Julius AI with this beautiful lady over here, right? So just click on this, the very first link, Julius. And this is the interface that we all should be on. So those who are doing with me, are we all on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right. So now so towards the right-hand side on the top, you can see either sign up or login. Now, since I already have an account, so I will click on login. Those who are doing it for the first time, those who are doing it for those who are doing it.
Requesting technical committee to please mute everyone.
So those who
Sincere apologies, sir.
no
Sincere
worries,
apologies.
that's okay. I completely understand. It's online, world of online, so I can completely understand. So those who would be doing it for the first time needs to click on sign up. So I'll quickly go and click on login. I'll continue with my Google account. choose my account, and it will take me to the interface. This would be the interface. So those who are doing it, are we all on the same page? Have you signed up? A quick yes and no will help me to proceed.
Doing, sir.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I assume that people must have done it. So now comes the question. Now here you see, let me give you a quick insight about this tool. So towards the left-hand side on my pen, you see a lot of things because I have been using them. So you can see you have resources, explore the workflows, documentation, community forum, models lab, upgrade subscription. This is a freemium tool, let me tell you. That means for some portion, you can use it for free. And if you would like to go into detail, then you need to go for the upgraded version of it. Now, those who are for the first time on this tool, you will have my threads, my workflows, my files, and inbox over here. Only these options, or probably these options may also be available. So for you, my threads and my workflows would be empty. Now, all I want you is to click on this new, and then you would be on this interface. You will be on this interface. Okay. Now it says, what do you want Julius to analyze today? Right. Now, either if you have some kind of a data file, so you can download and you can upload it over here. In case if we do not have one, so we will going to see how to source a real-time data from the open source in the world. So what we'll do is, now for this, we're going to go back to Google, open a new tab, and we will going to type over here Kaggle. How many of you have heard of Kaggle? So Kaggle is an open data source repository. So this is the first option with this icon over here. You click on this and you go into sign in. I'll quickly go with sign in with Google. And here we go. All right. So now once you are inside this particular tool, please let me know if I'm going fast. I'll slow it down. So once I am into this particular interface, towards the left side, the third option, data sets. Click on this. And here you have live data set. Now, when I say live data set, that means the real time work of people who have done researches, created the data, and have uploaded on the open source. This is a real time data, no made up data. Now here you can see classification, all sort of data sets, computer science related, education related, classification, computer vision, NLP, data visualization, pre-trained models. Since we are into education, so we're going to click on education. Now, related to education industry, you have more than 11,000 data sets available, and this is absolutely free of cost for us to use it. You can use it in your classrooms to train your students on the research methodology. If they have not conducted any research, come to Kaggle, download the data, give it to them. So you can see student habits versus academic performance, student depression data set, top 1,000 most played Spotify songs of all time. So these are the things. So let's say if I take, now you can see this has been updated 12 days ago. And it's in CSV, that is comma separated value format. And it's only of 20 KB. So when you click on any of the data sets, so like for this example, I'll click on this. Now here it gives you a small brief about, a quick brief about what this data set is all about. This license, expected update frequency annually, what are the tags? So regression, data visualization, data explorer, student. So here you can see these are the things which has already been available in this. Now, how to use this data? Can you see on the right-hand side, you have an option called download. Simply click on this. The moment you will click on this, you will have this small box open over here. Either you can import it as a app API keys and give it to the thing, or else you can simply click on download dataset as zip. So I'll click on zip and it will ask you to save, and it will going to save as archive. So remember it is, and I will be saving it on my desktop. So it's saved. Now I'll go back to my desktop and I'll going to extract the file from here. So let me extract. So student habit performance is right over here. So I'll delete this and I have this data sheet right in front of me. Let me open this. Okay, so here is the data sheet for us. Now this is the data sheet. So now what we'll do is we're going to close this. Now, since I have a data sheet, so let's go back to our screen. Let's go back to Google and okay, let's come back to Julius. So now here you can see this attachment icon. Click on this. And the best part of this tool is even if you have a Google Sheet, a live updated sheet, you can attach that also. So I'll click on upload file, click on desktop, and here I'll going to search for student habit performance. It's right over here. This is the sheet. I'll click on open. Okay, now it is analyzing. All right. So by the time it analyzes, either you can wait or else you can start. So here is the tool. This is the, now it says, if you see, it is giving you the reading as to what this data sheet is all about. So here you can see towards the right hand side, the file contains data on student habits and their academic performance, including study hours. Yes, Meenal? Is that, Meenal, do you have a question or it's legacy that by mistake you have raised your hand? Okay, I think there seems to be some technical issue at her end. Meenal, you can put it up into the chat box, and Ravinder, you can just let me know whatever is there is, if there is any question. Okay. All right. So coming back to our tool. So here you can see this tool. The moment I have uploaded the sheet, it is giving me that what is this thing all about, right? Clarification and everything. Then you can see it is in a format of a table. Now, if you would like to pick up a plot, you can simply click on plot. You want a scatter plot. Select your axis. So whatever axis you would like to select it as, like whatever detail you want, study per hour, social media hour. So let's say I would like to have study per hours day. And on y-axis, I would like to have social media hours. Then I'll click on generate a plot. So what Julius will going to do is with the file that we have just think. So here is the plot for you. With your mean social media, everything is right over here in front of you. With gender details, study hours, how many social media hours, everything. This is nothing. This is just a tip of an iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, now what we're going to do now is the next thing. So you can see the sheet that I have attached is right over here. Now I will command Julius to do certain things. So I'll tell Julius, could you, and the best part about this tool is that when you are typing fast, we generally tend to do certain errors. The best thing is because of the NLP and the upgraded version and the algorithm, it tends to understand the intention, not the word, but the intention as to what you are trying, what you are telling it to perform for you. So Julius, could you please let's analyze. Okay, could you please analyze the sheet and let me know what all tests can be performed, and I'll hit enter. Okay, so now here you go. There you go. So now it can see I currently looking at a plot based on the above file and the following instructions study hours. Okay, I will help analyze the student habits and performance data to determine what statistical tests and analysis can be performed. Let me first load and examine the data to understand its structure. So, and let me tell you, you can see on the top, it works on Python automatically. So it has Python, R and lean Python both. So by default, it runs on Python. So here we have a snippet of Python over here. Now here you can see below are the outputs of the initial data exploration, data set info, and everything is right in front of you. Now, first few rows of the data, and you can see gender-wise, social media hours, part-time, everything is being done. Now, either If you would like to expand, you can expand this and it will give you the entire list. So you can see it's page 1 of 20. So if you can just keep scrolling, it will give you the entire data, everything, right? Or let's close this. If you would like to export only this file, if you just want to put only this data sheet in your data, you can simply click on export, and then you can export it as either as .xlx or .csv format. Okay. Then you have basic statistics performed over here. So you can see standard deviation, mean, whatever percentage, minimum and maximum. And here is the analysis. So now we can perform several statistical test analysis, including scatter plot and correlation analysis, regression analysis, outlier analysis, subgroup, normality test, non-parametric. Now it is asking me, let me know if you would like to see the scatter plot visualizing study hours versus social media hours or need further statistical testing. What further statistical testing can we do? So there you go. Beyond the scatter plot and simple correlation analysis, here are several additional tests. So normality test, so you have Shapiro will test, QQ plots, correlation, Pearson's, Spearman's rank correlation, linear regression, multiple regression, Cook's distance or leverage statistics, t-test, ANOVA, multicollinearity check, residual analysis. Now, depending on your specific research question or hypothesis, you might choose one out. Let me know if you would like to generate any specific plots or run any of these tests using that data. Can you perform all the tests suggested by you? And hit enter. Now, if you see, I am tapping fast and purposely I am tapping wrong. But as I said initially, it does not go with the word. It goes by the intention as to what exactly are you trying to do. So here, I will break this down into several visualization. Okay, so let's go down. So here, so whatever code is here, the best part about this tool is if it is giving you a code, it is giving you the explanation of this code as well, just underneath that. So the code visualizes the distributions and normality of a study and social media hours, including histograms and QQ plots. So here we can see those. So here is your test, here is your p-value, social media hours, and here is the image. There you go. So here you can see QQ plot, social media hours is right over here. Theoretical quantities, social media hours, study hours per day. Basis on this, you can have it. Let's come back. Okay, and okay, word deeper analysis, get emitter misses. Sorry. Okay. Can you perform the regression analysis and draw the result in a beautiful, let's say, bar chart and heat map? So there you go. So here you can see print is regression analysis, bar chart of coefficient and heat map generated. There you go. The entire analysis is right in front of you. So the code snippet conducts a regression analysis to predict social media hours based on study hours, visualizes the regressions coefficient in a bar chart, and creates a correlation heat map for the two variables. There you go. This is your OLS regression results. Everything coefficient, standard error, t-value, p-value is greater than t, 0.2, 0.025, 0.975. Dubbin WhatsApp, everything is being performed right over here. Note, standard errors assume that the covariance matrix of the errors is correctly specified. Now, key findings from this regression is the intercept, the constant is approximately 2.45 hours of social media use. For each additional study hour, social media uses increased by only 0.016 hours, that is about 1 minute. The R squared value is very low, which is 0.0, indicating virtually no linear relationship. So the p-value is 0.522. It is greater than 0.05, hence suggesting the relationship is not statistically significant. And here is your bar chart regression of it. And this is your heat map. The heat map shows the correlations. So now, would you like to explore any other aspect of the relationship between these variables or perform additional analysis? Try performing ANOVA and chi-square. Let's see if we could get them. I will perform both ANOVA and chi-square test. For ANOVA, we will need to create groups, and for chi-square, we will need to categorize the continuous variables into discrete categories first. So here you go. And if you see, it's a long code. It's a long coding. And it has generated the thing. So there you go. Let's go back up on the top. So you can check it from here. So this is your contingency table. Next one is your descriptive statistics by study category. All your details are right over here. Then this is your chi-square test results with the F statistics and p-value. Now this is in the image format. And let's come back. And here we can see. Here you can see chi-square statistics 8.4579, degrees of freedom is 9, contingency table validation is right over here. One-way ANOVA result is this. Box plot visualization is right over here in front of you. Then chi-square test key findings, ANOVA test findings, both these tests confirmed. So kindly submit the conclusion of the above test. Now, based on all the statistical analysis performed, here is a comprehensive conclusion. Regression analysis result, very weak relationship. Coefficient for study hours indicates only 1 minute increase. Correlation tests, both Pearson and Spearman correlation showed negligible relationships. Chi-square analysis, chi-square statistics, no significant association between study time categories and social media usage. ANOVA, F statistics, p-value, no significant differences. Box plot showed similar distribution across all study groups. So the final conclusion is, based on all statistical tests like regression, chi-square, ANOVA, and correlation analysis, we can conclusively state that there is no significant relationship between student study hours and their social media usage. Students who study more do not necessarily use social media less or more. The amount of time spent studying appears to be independent of social media consumption, and the distribution of social media usage remains consistent regardless of study habits. Practical implications, study time and social media use appear to be independent behaviors. Reducing social media usage may not automatically lead, and here it is. There you go. So ladies and gentlemen, how did you find this tool? This is the magic of this tool. Interesting, not so interesting? You people were aware about it and you have been doing this. Anyone?
Very interesting, sir.
Right. Now,
In fact, whatever you explained now, I've seen it in multiple papers. I was wondering how people get such findings.
right, this is how it happens. I'm not denying the fact that those people, those who have done before this tool, probably have taken a lot of the help of tools like SPSS and others, and a lot of calculations in the Excel sheet. But with the help of Julius, things happen just like this. We have all seen it in front of us. Now, there is something very important that you need to take care of, and that is, like if you see at the bottom in this, you can see it's showing me displaying over here 3 free messages remaining. That means with the email ID that you log in this with, by default, it gives you 15 attempts, 15 attempts free of cost, right? And if you do not save this, after 48 hours, nothing will remain here. Everything will be vanished. So the best thing of doing this thing is you can simply click on download it as .docs file, and the file is creating the document, right? It is going on my desktop, save, I'll click over here, I'll open the document, and if you will see every single thing, what command I have given to what Julius has responded, along with the code, the table, everything with the bar graph, diagrams, everything is right in front of you. You just have to get it done, download it, and then play around with this. and put the particular section as in what you need as per your research paper. Just put it across and it would be done for you. Now comes the question that Bhupendra, if I have to do it more, but remember one thing, since this is a free tool, so you can add only one file at a time. If you want to analyze multiple files, then you need to go for the upgraded version of it. However, what you can do is, in case if your 15 messages are over and you still need to perform the analysis on the same, the best thing is go to another email ID, create another email ID. So like first is, now if you see, I have done with my personal email ID. Now I will have official email ID also. So let me open Julius, let me log in, sign up with the official email ID. Again, I will have 15 free things. So like this, you can create multiple email IDs or you can have multiple logins, and the same sheet you can perform multiple tests, and finally you can have it. And the best part is, like the way I showed it to you, we can download this thing. You can just download this, or you may share it among with your colleagues. So make this thread public. When I click on this, which means people would be able to relate. So this is team group sharing. So let's say, for example, I'll copy this. Okay, I'll copy this and I will come to our chat section and let me put it over here and hit enter. Now I have made it public. Now each one of you can also access this file. This is how teamwork happens. So like if 2 or 3 of you are working on the same research paper, sitting across the continent or sitting different part of the country or in different part in the same city cannot meet, this is how you can perform. You can just put it across, they will do it, they will check to it, and they will see it. So now those who can logged in or who have clicked on it, can you all see that? Are you all on the same thread as I am on? Can you all see the same thread as we have just worked on? Right? And so just imagine, suppose by default, by mistake, you have closed the tab. And if you realize that I could not save it, you need not have to worry. You just simply need to click on my threads. So my threads will going to show you data. So today we have started doing statistical testing options. So here you can see statistical testing options. So I come over here and this is my thread. I click on statistical testing option and here it is. It will going to bring me back to things which I started off my day with. This is about this tool. How did you find it? Then you can expand the resource, customize. These are the theme settings for this particular tool. Like you are seeing white at the background, so you can turn it into your respective. And if there is some command that you feel like that, yes, for this particular analysis, this is the right command, you can simply click on saved prompts. So you can either save this, or when you click on save prompts, so all the prompts that you have given earlier to perform a specific test. So let's say, for example, we all have worked on this particular paper, right? And it got published and we know, okay, fine. We performed regression, we performed chi-square, ANOVA, and correlation analysis, right? Now, the next time I need not, if I did not remember, oh, what was the prompt that I had given? So you simply need to click on saved prompt and you can come back over here. Or else, if you even forgot that, all you need to do is you have just downloaded the entire file, right? You have just downloaded the entire document. Okay. So you just open the document and you will have all the prompts over here. So what you see as a user is that's you. And Julius is the one who is responding to the query that you have put it across. So you can pick it up from there also. And this document will be with you. So whatever section of this document, either this particular picture you want, or you want this heat map, or the best thing is you can copy it entirely and it gets copied and you can just put it across as a proof that I have performed the analysis on Python. And here is a Python snippet along with the explanation. And here it is, everything. So any doubts and questions related to this particular tool before we jump on to the second one? Anyone? Well, I will take that as no doubts then. Okay, so now, so this was the tool. So this is one, as I said in the beginning, it was quite a challenge for me to handpick a tool. So I have picked a tool which I am using more frequently. Now, with the help of this tool, you just don't need anything. Your data analysis is happening. Your charts are getting plotted for you. You are presenting the data into a most pictorial format and the way you want it to be represented, your data gets represented either in a scatter plot, in a regression form, in a heat maps, whatever way, linear regression format, any way that you want, your data is prepared for you. Along with the explanation plus the conclusion, why we have used this particular tool, why we have not used any other tool with this data, depending on the questionnaire and the hypothesis that you are planning with the objective. You can just put up your objective. So once you have uploaded your data sheet, say that these are my objectives of the study. This is the hypothesis. Kindly do the hypothesis testing for me, and it can perform everything for you. Everything is being done in one go. And remember, you have only 15 free attempts on a free tool. And if you still want to continue, have a separate login ID, continue with the same sheet, continue, download it, and then you can take it. That's where we go about it. All right. Okay. So if we don't have a doubt, let's quickly move on to the next tool then that I have it for all of us. Okay. I hope my screen is still visible. A quick yes and no will do. All right. Ravinder, is my screen visible? Guys,
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
thank you so much. Okay. Now comes the question. Now I have done everything, right? My data part is being done, analysis part is done. Now comes the question of framing the content, right? Content plays an important role. How to put it across. Generally, we have a habit. This is what it is. This is what I did. This is this is my data interpretation analysis, and here is the paper. No, we need to align it properly, right? Now, in order to align this properly, what we will do is, okay, let me ask you people a very small question before I show you this magical tool. If you have to search for a research paper other than Google Scholar, okay, other than Google Scholar, if you have to search only through Google, how do we do the searching? Can somebody please tell me, and I will follow the instruction. You just let me know and I will follow the instructions. Anybody? How will you going to find a research paper, or basically a research paper for yourself, for you are doing a literature review other than Google Scholar if you do not have? So how would you going to find a research paper for you? Anyone would like to talk? No, I didn't mean this talk, this conversation. I mean that somebody who can guide me and I can follow it. Okay, no worries. So what I'll show you is, let's say I need to find a research paper on impact of So let me put up on here as research papers on impact of AI in education industry. Okay, I'll hit enter. So now if you see, generally take me to Google Scholar and then things will happen. See, Google Scholar is there. But what if I do not want to get the things, or if I'm not getting things what I want from Google Scholar, then what will happen? I'll show you, which many of you do not know, is how to search from Google. So can you all see this tools part over here? Click on this. Once you do this, you will have these three options available for you. Click on advanced search. So now if you see whatever I have put up, all these words. So what I'll do is I'll come to this language section. We'll click on language as English. Region, let me take region India, since I'm doing it for the education industry in India. So let me take it, take India as the option. Last update up to a year ago, I will take it as anytime. And what is the file format? I want all the PDFs. Let me click on advanced search, and here you go. Now you can see all the PDFs available for me of all the papers. You can see all the PDF version. So now if I click on this, now if you see, the moment I clicked on this, this is open online. I need to download this, right? Now this is a paper which have 12 pages. Now I do not know, right? I do not know what is this paper all about. So now let us keep this paper aside as of now for a time being. Let's go back to Google again. And now here, I want you people to type a name of the tool called Merlin. Merlin, this beautiful lady over here, of whom this name is being kept for Merlin AI. So the first one with Merlin AI, click on this very first link. Okay. Now, the best thing about this tool is, can you see that this is available as an extension for us? So either you can click on Chrome Web Store. So you click on Chrome Web Store. And since I already have it, so it is giving me the option of remove from Chrome. But for majority of you, it would be install. So you do the installation, follow the instruction, and this is our extension icon right over here where my cursor is hovering. Click on this and you will see Merlin here, but it will not be highlighted. Why? Because this is not pinned. So you need to click on this. So this pin would be gray option. So once the moment you will click on pin, it will turn into blue the way it is. And once that happened, you can see the link over here, the icon of Merlin over here. Okay. Plus you will also see Merlin coming onto your desktop. Can you see at the bottom over here? I have Merlin tab here. So let me bring it on the top over here for us. You come down for a time being. So here you can see now Merlin is right over here for me. Okay. Now, after installing everything, now look at the magic this tool does. Let's come back to this. Okay. Now, what it is, this is online. So, and my Merlin is right over here. So I will bring Merlin on the top and I will click on Merlin. It says summarize this page or ask this page, open Merlin or settings. So I'll click on open Merlin. Now, what do you want this page to do, this entire thing? Chat with your documents, chat with this web page, chatbots, generate image, code interpreter. So chat with this web page. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say, summarize this entire paper. Again, if you see, I'm typing fast and purposely I'm typing wrong. Let me click on this. Please provide the text or key points from the paper that you would like me to summarize. So this is not taking like this, right? Okay, so now either you can pick it up, the whole thing, or else what you can do is you can go back to Merlin again. Sorry. Let's come back over here. So here is Merlin and we can click on start a new chat, chat with your documents, chat with this web page. Now this is the web page. So you can see this icon, this hyperlink over here that you see is right over here. Text on this web page is too short to process. This is just too short to process. So what do we want to do? Let's say, let's come down, let's scroll it down and let me take the conclusion. So here is the conclusion. Okay. So this is the conclusion, let's say. And I want Merlin to give me the sum of this conclusion. Okay, I'll copy this, come back to Merlin. Give me the pointers and I'll hit enter. Okay. This study was to evaluate. All right. Now, if you would like to save this, you can give it a name and you can save this prompt as to what do you want it to do, or else you can simply copy this. So this is too short for it to read. So generally what happens, I'll show you this to how it works. So let me go back to Google and let's say any article, let's say, let's go to Economic Times. Okay. Now, generally we face problem in preparing a content for our classes. We want new things. And if there is something very extraordinary new, which is happening and you want to share it, let's say, okay, so this is quite interesting. Abu Dhabi plans to be manufacturing gateway of India. sorry, a gateway to India and the world. Are yours? Yes, real. So what I'll do is I'll click on Merlin and chat with this web page for me now. So you can see this is the page. Now it says, tell me the key points or give me a summary. Tell me the key points. And there you go. Here you can see. Now this has been done. Now what do you want? So I want, can you please prepare a small caselet on this article and back it up with 3 questions along with tentative answers. Hit enter. There you go. Now it is turning the same article into a case study. Questions with tentative answers right over here in front of us. There you go. Simple, simple, right? Now, if even that is not sufficient, so now what we can do is we can do something else. What I will command, not basis on this, okay? So I will not going to command on this basis. So what I'll say is I'll say, I am a faculty of, let's say, marketing, or let's say I'm a faculty of research for that matter. I'm a faculty of research and would like to prepare a course structure on impact of AI in research, highlighting the following points. Which points? Point number 1, prepare course objectives. Number 2, CO and PO, which is course objective and program objective. So this is course outcome probably. This has to be course outcome. Okay. Then third is mapping of CO and PO. Okay. Then topics, subtopics, and the number of hours to be devoted. Also highlight AI tools that could be taught in the class and prepare the structure in a tabular format. There you go. Here we are. Ethical implications of AI, applications of AI in research, literature review, AI for hypothesis generation, case studies further. Now the course outcomes, mapping of CO and POs. Now it says, can you provide a detailed table format? Yes, let me click on this. And there you go. It's a detailed section, topics, subtopics, hours, and AI tools. So here it is mentioning the AI tools as well. Right? Course outcomes 6, program outcomes 6, mapping of COs to POs. And either you can copy the entire thing or you can simply click on Google Sheets and the entire document will going to get open in your Google Sheet. You can do it in any ways, either of the ways that is possible for you. You can do it in that format. So by the time it gets open, let's come back to our page. So here you go. Any questions? I'm up for questions and answers. If we have, I still have 1 minute, so I can give 1 minute and then I have to jump to another meeting. Yes, Merlin is truly magical. I know. Thank you, Dr. Asha. Thank you so much.
Raghuvinder madam, are you there?
I think Dr. Asha, I think there must be some issues. So what do you suggest? Shall I drop off or shall I wait for them? Okay, I think people are requesting to show how to install Merlin again.
Will you please show how to install Merlin?
I'll come back to worries. That's okay. So all you need to do is, ladies and gentlemen, now listen to it carefully. So let me close this. Okay. So go to Merlin, go to Google and type Merlin AI, right? So once you are on Merlin AI, the very first thing, click on this very first link. So either you can start playing with Merlin right from here. However, or you can click on this. So you click on this and it will take you to Google Chrome Web Store. Now, once you are on a Chrome Web Store, you will be on this link, and just opposite to it, you will have a link to add to your Chrome. So click on that. Once you click on it, it will start installing for you, right? And this, look over here where my cursor is hovering, please pay attention here. This is the extension tab. So once your Merlin is added, you will start getting this option remove from Chrome, and you need to come on extension. Once you click on extension tab, if you do not have many, so you will see Merlin somewhere here only. So here you can see Merlin is right over here. However, this will not going to function for you. Why it will not going to function? Because in front of Merlin, you will see, let me show it to you. Okay, in front of Merlin, you will see this pin option, which would be not highlighted. Like in my case, you can see this is blue in color. For you, it would be gray in color. That means it is not highlighted. So all you need to do is take your cursor to that pin and simply click on that pin. Once you click on that pin, this pin would be highlighted in blue in color. That means you can see Merlin over here as an extension for you. Plus, once that has happened, you can also see Merlin here. You can see Merlin here also towards your toolbar. Like this, you can see Merlin here also. Merlin here also you can see. So the moment you will install it, you can see the icon of Merlin here. Ma'am, I hope that answers the question, that solves the query for many of them.
Sir, if we are not installing Merlin, we can use it as a chat GPT.
Yes, you can. You can do it over here. Chats are a chat away, so you can just do whatever you want Merlin to perform. But the best thing is like why Merlin is so very handy is because if you are reading any article which I just showed it to you, and if you find it very interesting, and if you feel like that, yes, somewhat it is related to my topic. Let's say, for example, marketing. You are reading about some companies like we just showed that some of the company in Abu Dhabi would like to set up their manufacturing unit in India. So this is in marketing, this would be a part of an extension strategy or a strategical point of view, how this is beneficial. So you can just ask Merlin, summarize this, give me the pointers, give it to your class, Even before going to the class, beforehand, give them the homework. And when you enter into the class, start discussing about it. That is where you will be pre-hand prepare before the session only. And that will bring lots and lots of creativity and experience in the class, because that's how people would be very eager to know as to how we can go about this. So that's how you can prepare a case study also. You can prepare a caselet also out of anything. Any big article that you find, you can put it, summarize it. You can ask it to create a question answer for you. Everything could be done. So I would recommend to have it as an extension. And if you feel that your laptop is going slow, generally I don't feel so because it has not given me that problem yet, touch wood. However, if you feel like it is, then anytime you can come back here, front of this pin, simply click, and your Merlin will not going to function for you. And whenever, so instead of removing it, simply unpin it. So it will not going to function. And whenever you want to use it, come back to extension, click on this pin, and Merlin will be back in action again for you. Hope that answers the question. All right, then thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It was nice interacting with you. It was an honor from Achievers College for inviting me. And thank you, Dr. Asha, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank Universal AI University and Dr. Asha for giving me this opportunity to come and interact with the like-minded people. And I hope I would have been able to do some value addition into your already existing pool of data and the knowledge that you have. So it's a bit of an extent, and that was all that I have to offer for you people. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Dr. Asha,
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. Now, moving forward, I would like to formally introduce today's second resource person, Dr. G.Y. Shitole, sir, serves as the principal of SPUP School at Sri Balaji University, Pune. He is also a respected officer of the Maharashtra Commerce Teachers Association with a deep passion for academics and research. Dr. Shitole, sir, has built a distinguished career in the field of commerce education. His commitment to quality education and academic excellence is evident through his continuous efforts to promote innovative teaching and research practices. Over the years, he has mentored and guided numerous students, many of whom have gone on to become successful professionals and leaders in their respective fields. Dr. Shitole sir is widely recognized for his leadership, dedication to academic growth, and contributions to the educational community. We are indeed privileged to have Sir as a speaker at this FDP. Over to you, Dr. Shitole, sir. Please guide participants through your immense knowledge.
Yes, thank you, madam. Can you hear me? Dr. Asha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, at the outset, I am thankful to Dr. Bivandikar and the team of Achievers College Kalyan for giving me this opportunity, because it's a jointly organized program, faculty development program by Achievers College and Maharashtra Commerce Teachers Association. And I shall be speaking something related to the research methodology and research proposal, whereby the teachers generally they are involved in research and their research is leading towards a PhD degree. Doing a PhD now and doing a PhD maybe a few years ago, many years ago rather, when I did my PhD around 40 years back, that time doing PhD and now is a lot of difference. Nowadays, anyone who is involved in research takes the help of technology. As earlier speaker was talking about artificial intelligence and maybe a chat GPT and various softwares which are available related to that. But friends, I'm very happy to share with you that technology is very good. Technology is useful to you, but we have to make use of that technology in an appropriate way, not to depend extensively on the technology, but you have to see that how you yourself are involved in the research work and how you can do your research work. Of course, whenever you are doing a research work, you may do it for writing a research paper. You may undertake a research work for doing your PhD, or you may undertake a research work for writing a paper and publishing that paper somewhere in a good, maybe reputed journal, or maybe Scopus, or maybe UGC Care journal or something like that, for which you undertake the research work. The extension to that is, if you complete your PhD, you are interested in doing some postdoctoral research. Maybe you are working for some big project and you have to prepare a proposal. I have decided to interact with you on the topic how you can prepare a good research proposal. You know, people used to say, well begun is half done. When your research proposal is good, you are very clear in your mind what kind of task you have undertaken and how you are going ahead with that task, so that the culmination is in a successful research work and you complete that work with publication or something like that with a good quality. When I was guiding my PhD students at SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, I was initially in Mumbai, then later on I shifted myself to Pune, and now I'm working for Sri Balaji University, Pune, as Dr. Asha, or the person who introduced me, has stated. And maybe more than 32 PhD students I have guided who have successfully completed PhD, and there may be maybe 100 to 100 research the proposals or PhD thesis I may have assessed, but many times I get a variety of the research work completed by the researchers. So I thought it is pertinent to share with you my views on the research proposal, because whenever you decide to undertake any kind of a research work, what is in your mind to undertake the research is very important, so that you are very clear, you decide some objectives and you achieve those objectives by completing your research work. Can you go to the next slide, please? Friends, I shall start right from, conceptual thing. I'm not going much into the technological details, because I would love to speak to you whereby your quality in research is very important, and you will have to improve the quality in research work which you are undertaking, for which the proposal is important. That proposal is research plan. What is in your mind, that will come to an end completing your research work. This research proposal is a logical and systematic research course of action which you have designed for directing your research work from time to time. Because whenever you undertake any kind of research work, you are focused on quality. You think of quality and you want to improve your quality of research. Can you go to the earlier slide, please? This is a plan of action which you are likely to undertake for your research work. This research proposal is a conceptual structure within which the research is to be conducted. It means how you are going ahead, your journey of research, maybe leading towards a research article, maybe a dissertation or thesis. For that, the conceptual structure you are preparing, that is called the research proposal, and that is why it is called the blueprint of data collection, data measurement, data analysis, etc. So, friends, it is a kind of, I would say, the research methodology you are adopting. Of course, nowadays people are making use of technology while you are undertaking this research work. Next slide, please. When we think of research proposal, we think of how I will complete this task with a good quality, for which you prepare a ground plan, and that provides you yourself guidelines for undertaking this work and completing this work. That gives right direction to your research, data collection, data analysis, preparing a research report, and so on. So the entire process of research will be completed when you prepare a sound research proposal. Next slide, please. Friends, your research proposal needs to be very, very strong. Normally, when we undertake any kind of a research, maybe leading towards a research paper, the proposal may be relatively simple, small, etc. But when you are undertaking a research for your PhD degree, the research proposal needs to be quality oriented, important, that has some substance, and you will be able to produce something which you will be able to give there, something which is maybe your contribution, your addition to the existing knowledge on that topic, that subject. Then you have to prepare the proposal. But when the question comes that you have to apply for some research project, again, research project means there are various types of research projects, funded, non-funded. Funded projects are generally sponsored by some government or private agencies. Then in case of funded projects, you may have to go to the deep root cause of your problem, research problem, investigate the matter and give a proper report. Now, good old days, UGC was providing funds for minor research projects and major research projects. Nowadays, that has been stopped. But in case of some of the projects which are funded projects only by the private organizations, private companies, they have a problem on hand and they give that problem to you. You have to investigate and you have to give them appropriate solution. Like maybe it is a kind of a consultancy project or something like that. Therefore, research proposal needs to be quality oriented, fundamentally strong, and so on. Therefore, I thought it is pertinent to share with you, because I don't know how many of you have completed your project, how many of you may be interested in undertaking a research project leading towards some maybe kind of a funding or something. So with that, I thought it is pertinent to share my views on research proposal. Some people have defined research proposal. It's called the blueprint for data collection, data measurement, analysis, and giving an appropriate, well-structured report of your research work. Your thesis is a research report which you have to submit to some university on the basis of which you are given degree. So that is a research proposal when you start initially undertaking a research work. Somebody defined research proposal is the plan, structure, strategy, and means of investigation conceived so as to obtain answers of research questions, providing overall scheme or program for research which you propose to undertake. Next slide, please. When we think of research proposal, friends, Asha madam, somebody there to go ahead with the next slide? Yes. Why do you require research proposal? Because as I was discussing with you, you may be thinking of undertaking a research paper, or maybe completing your PhD degree, or maybe funded project. Why you require research proposal? As in the beginning I told, well begun is half done. Similarly, that provides appropriate guidelines for conducting a research work. This proposal facilitates the organization of research work. Organization means, here I mean your activities of research are well directed, well organized if you have a proposal. Because normally when you are thinking of undertaking some research leading towards your PhD, initially you think on what topic I should do my research. Various topics come to your mind. Of course, that I am discussing in the later aspect of my presentation, how to select a research problem, which is a part of research proposal too. But friends, when you prepare a research proposal, which is research design strong, fundamentally strong, means there you are able to complete your research work in time. Normally, teachers undertake research work for completing the PhD work. And that you should do in time. Completing your PhD at early age is very important, because I have seen in Mumbai University one faculty member was completing a research work leading towards PhD degree that took 13 years to complete. And by the time PhD was completed, in 6 months, that teacher was retired. What is the use of that kind of research and that PhD degree? So, timely execution of research work, timely completion of your research work is very much important. Collection of relevant data. Many times when you are undertaking the research work, you collect the data which is not suitable, which is not related to your research work, then it is a difficult task. You are frustrated. You feel that this this data is not suitable to my topic, but I have collected it. Your time, energy, money may be wasted. So, research proposal is very, very important. Then monitoring the expenses. This comes specifically in funded projects. Because in funded projects, when I completed my major research project, which was funded by University Grants Commission, there I came across that when you are incurring expenses for data collection, data analysis, that monitoring is required, which is very important, friends. So, in the beginning only you think about it. Then proper direction to the field staff means sometimes you hire the staff for data collection purpose. That is possible, quite possible in case of funded project only. Because I remember when special economic zone was established near Panvel, Mumbai, near that. So for that, one organization undertook the research project whether this special economic zone is viable or not. And that time it was a very new concept when special economic zone was set up near Panvel. So your field staff may be directed appropriately if you have a strong research proposal. Selection of proper methods of data collection and techniques of data collection. That also your proposal is very, very important, because it decides very in advance when you start your research work. Before that only appropriate method, data collection method, it can be applied if you are clear in your mind when you undertake that research work. Then achievement of research objectives. Friends, for any kind of research work, objectives and conclusions are in the line with. Because I'm telling you my personal experience. One thesis I got for evaluation, I found objectives are something different. The research work, actual data collected was something different. And the conclusions, findings narrated in the research report were totally different. They were not in the line with objectives. So this kind of ambiguity, this kind of a difference is not acceptable in research work, because your research work has to be quality oriented. And if normally the teachers are expecting, they are completing their research work leading towards PhD degree, and the referee may question to you, your objectives are different and conclusions are different. That kind of ambiguity should not be there. Therefore, research proposal is very, very important. It should be fundamentally strong. Next slide, please. Dr. Asha. Now, how you can have your research proposal strong, good, quality-oriented, etc., for which the researcher needs to focus on the research objectives. In the sense, whenever you think of undertaking any kind of research work, you must decide some objectives so that your research work is well directed towards the achievement of your research objectives. Simple in understanding means a proposal, your blueprint of your research work should be simple, understandable. That is also called the research design. And friends, some of you must be the teachers, because I know Dr. Bivandikar has organized, his team has organized this faculty development program, and majority of the people, participants must be teachers, and they may be interested undertaking research work leading towards the PhD degree only. So it must be simple, then appropriate research problem, flexible. Flexible in the sense, when you undertake the research work and you have worked, and when you collect the data, many times you find your research problem needs to be changed, or the data is not appropriately available. So the research proposal should be changeable, adjustable, modifiable. Therefore, I mean the research proposal must be flexible. Acceptable, here I mean acceptable means acceptable to the evaluators, acceptable to the funding agency. The objectives must be achieved. Then that should provide pilot survey. Pilot survey here I mean when you undertake any kind of research work on test basis, small sample size you should undertake and collect the data so that your proposal is well directed. Cost effective. Here I mean cost effective means a good research proposal should be appropriately cost effective in the sense exorbitant cost should not be there. So that is very important. Next slide, please. Easy to implement means the research proposal can be implemented appropriately, isn't it? Easy to implement. Then training to the field staff means your research work should be suitable to provide the training to the research field staff whom you have engaged for the purpose of collecting data, analyzing data, etc. Then the research proposal should provide right techniques and right methods for data collection as well as data analysis. Next slide, please. Friends, I would like to discuss with you various components of the research proposal because research proposal has various aspects, various points. They are called as components. Time period. Especially time period is very important in case of funded research project because they give some deadline and within the stipulated period of time, you must complete your research work along with the research report. Even in case of PhD, if somebody of you participants may be the members. Sorry, 1 minute. Sir, मी मीटिंग लेक्चर घेतोय नंतर फोन करतो तुम्हाला. So friends, the research proposal must have appropriate sources of data. Correct sources of data must be used. Then data collection methods should be appropriate, suitable to your research problem. There may be appropriate sample and so many things are related to that. Then research universe. Here I mean research universe means the research population. What is the population size? Then it is many times it is not possible to cover entire population size for the purpose of research. So you do a sampling. When you do a sampling, the research proposal indicates the appropriate size and representative sample size. Therefore, the research proposal is important, or rather that component is important. Then what is the area of research? Here I mean geographical area of the research work. Many times in case of your research topic, certain geographical area is involved. Then sample design. Here I mean sample design means what is your sampling frame. Here what method of sampling you are using. Then whether your population is homogeneous or heterogeneous. Then when you are selecting sample, that sample should be clear-cut representative to the population that is provided by the research proposal. Then data analysis means you may make use of some statistical technique for analyzing the data, and that should be appropriate because it is quite possible that your data collection may have sampling error. And the data analysis, if sampling is wrong, the data analysis also may be wrong, and whatever the values which are arrived at, the analysis, data analysis may give some wrong conclusions, wrong findings. Therefore, it is pertinent to have appropriate research proposal. And any research project means you require various types of resources, manpower, maybe technology, maybe some equipments you may require. So these all are the concerns you must undertake when you start your research work. Next slide, please. Dr. Asha. Let us come to the steps when you are preparing the research proposal. And this is very important slide for those who are planning to undertake the research work for PhD specifically, because I am seeing many faculty members, teachers who are engaged in colleges. They are interested in undertaking the research work leading towards their PhD degree. And normally, friends, when you register for PhD, you must complete your PhD as early as possible. What is the point of getting the PhD degree when very late at the end of your service, or maybe when you are an elderly person? You should complete your research work in time, and that is why you must follow the steps for preparing the strong research proposal. Initially, you must define the research problem so that you are clear, you are very much clear in your mind that this is what I want to undertake the research work. Explain the cost estimates. This is possible, this is required only in case of funded projects. Without that, it is not, because when you are doing your research work for PhD degree, there's no problem, you can do it very easily. Then select the source of data collection, sources, appropriate sources, correct sources of data collection you must use. I mean here technique, methods of data collection. Select the measurement techniques, means various techniques you may adopt for data collection and data analysis. Select the appropriate sample size. Normally, the sample size is mentioned explicitly in the research proposal. Select the method of data analysis. What method you are adopting, because there are various softwares available in the market for analyzing your data which you have collected. Without analyzing the data, you will not be able to arrive at the appropriate inferences at the end of your research work. Then another step is to find out the time and cost needs. This step is only in case of funded projects, because when you are doing for research for PhD, you need not to bother about the cost, but you have to see that time. Time management is very important. Otherwise, your PhD is delayed for longer period of time. And thereafter, you prepare the research proposal so that your research proposal is appropriate and you are able to achieve the objectives of your research work, and you can prepare a research report in time. Next slide, please. What should be in your research proposal? This is very important, because normally when you think of doing PhD, you go to somebody guide. Guide says you prepare the proposal. Or else you think of undertaking some project and you need to submit the proposal for getting the financial assistance to the funding agency. So the proposal must have some logical sequence, appropriate sequence, for which I thought it is pertinent to share with you the various contents of research proposal. Initially, you should narrate what the research proposal is, and then you should indicate clear statement of research problem. Statement of research problem is that, what you are undertaking the research work should be narrated in one sentence. That becomes a statement of research problem. That is self-explanatory. It tells what the research is about, what it would cover, and what would be the possible outcome of your research work. Then you may think of reviewing some previous studies. Normally, we call it as review of related literature. This is for, getting guidance. Those who are faculty members, teachers who are undertaking research work, they are asked by the guide that you undertake your review of related to your research topic. So that you have to do, so that you get an idea, you get insight into your research work. So that is a part of your research proposal. Then scope of the study. Here scope means, periphery of the boundaries. Means in addition to the geographical area, to what extent you are going into the research work. That is called the scope of your research work. Then very important, heart of your research work is objectives of the study. Without objectives, there cannot be any research work to be undertaken. So you should clearly design the objectives so that your research proposal is well focused towards a certain area. Then conceptual model and hypothesis. Conceptual model is a blueprint, means what would be your flow of research activities undertaken. That is called the conceptual model. And hypothesis, as you are in research, you know that whenever you undertake any kind of research work, you decide some presumptive statements, presumptions, assumptions. They are in the form of hypothesis, indicating the possible outcome of your research. That is called the hypothesis, which needs to be tested in your research work. Because after testing that hypothesis, whether the hypothesis is accepted or rejected, that must be clearly indicated. Madam, next slide, please. Next component of your research work is significance of the study. Why your study is important, why it is essential, why it is important. That is indicated clearly in the research proposal, which is called as the significance of the research work. कोण आहे? हो, मग तुम्ही घ्या ना कोणीतरी येऊन, म्हणून मी बेल वाजवतोय. मी कसं घेणार इथं? Geographical area of the research work. Friends, whenever you undertake any kind of research work, that has some geographical area. You must clearly state what this area is so that you are well focused. Then what methodology you are using. Here I mean methodology means what? The entire flow of research work, methods used for data collection, data analysis, etc. The next content point comes sampling plan. As earlier I told you, complete sampling design. What method you are applying for selecting the sample. Then what is the sample size means number. Whether it is representative to your research universe or population, like that. And thereafter you prepare a tentative chapter scheme with headlines for your research report. These are various aspects of your research proposal which must be clearly stated in the proposal so that your research proposal becomes fundamentally strong. Last two components, contents of your research proposal are only related to the funded project, because time estimates. How many months are required for pilot study? How many months are required for data collection? How many months are required for data analysis? How many months are required for review of related literature? How many months are required for data analysis, arriving at the inferences and preparing a research report? That estimate in total, when you arrive at the total, it may take 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years, something like that. So if time estimates are there, then your research proposal indicates particular activity, how much time is required. And financial estimates means this is in case of funded projects, how much expenditure you are likely to incur for undertaking this research work. These are various contents of your research work. If you clearly mention in the research proposal, your research proposal is excellent, I can say. And many times technology comes to your help. But friends, I have not considered technological aspect of your research work except data analysis. And this way you have to prepare a research proposal which would be fundamentally strong for your research work. Next slide, please. Now, when you are preparing a research proposal, you have to consider the research problem. Research problem means research topic. Here I mean many times when I was interacting with many teachers, and many times the teachers are confused how I should select the research problem. Because when I was a PhD guide at SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, some teachers used to come to me for research guidance. When I used to discuss with them, they say, sir, you only suggest me a research problem or research topic. You only guide me how to find out the research problem, how to prepare the research proposal. But friends, it is highly personalized task. Selecting a research topic for the research work is your highly personalized aspect, and you have to think that what is suitable to me, what is my liking, what are my areas, strong areas of knowledge. There I must identify, and then I should select, because we all are coming from different streams. Somebody of you are from commerce, somebody of you are from management. Again, in management, you have an interest in investment, banking, finance, or maybe you have interest in maybe marketing related areas, HR related areas. That depends. Research problem is your area of interest, your specialization, and therefore is very important. You should consider some of the problems to select your research problem. Why I thought to have this kind of a sharing of my views with you, because those who have registered for the faculty development program, I am considering that they are specifically teachers. They are interested in doing PhD only, and for that they need to research, prepare the research proposal. But when you prepare the research proposal, you must have a research problem, means research topic, and related to that topic, you have to prepare a research proposal. But friends, you are a teacher. You have done your post-graduation. You are teaching in some college, and n number of topics, subjects you have taught. So what is your area of interest is very important when you are undertaking any kind of research work, for which some internal factors will help you. Your area of interest, your competence, then your own resources available, because somebody of your relative is working in Reserve Bank of India. So you can take some topic related to that, so that it becomes, you are more comfortable for executing the questionnaire and so on. So this way, resources may be with you. Every one of you may be having some resources. You have to think how I can utilize the resources for completing my research work. There are some external factors that indicates a responsibility of the researchability of the research problem. Friends, it is very important. To complete your PhD, the researchability is very, very important, for which you must go through a couple of research methodology books. Because I forgot to tell you, the research proposal is research design. Research design is in every research methodology book, because that indicates the research plan. And specifically, you take Kothari's book. There is one chapter which indicates research design, and that chapter gives complete idea. You must go through these kind of topics in research methodology books, so that your PhD work can be completed as early as possible, so that your researchability will be increased, I would say. Then importance of the research problem or urgency of the research problem. Sometime back I told you, some industries provide you funded projects, which is their problem. They want to solve it, and they want to give it to somebody, academician, who is interested in undertaking the research work. So that is importance of urgency to that company. Then again, when I wanted to do PhD, I wanted to undertake some topic. That topic should be something new, novel, important, catchy, and nobody has undertaken a research work on that topic. If that research topic you undertake, and if it is researchable, you are well accepted by the guide or university and so on. Therefore, that is another factor to have a good research problem. Then feasibility. Feasibility means, here I mean researchability. Researchability means, suppose you are individual, you are one, and you think of undertaking the research problem of entire India. That's not possible, because you are alone. You have limitations of time. You have limitations of resources. So you must consider this aspect That is called as feasibility of the research problem. Then facilities available. What are the facilities available to you? Because many times earlier, nowadays people depend only on internet and, chat GPT and something like that. But when we were pursuing our research work, we used to see what facilities are available with us. Because I remember when NSS program officer undertook a research topic whereby primary data was needed to be collected, and he involved all NSS students for data collection purpose. This is a facility available to you. You must make use of such facilities and collect a primary data so that your research becomes innovative, creative, and it's a quality research you can complete. Then usefulness and social relevance of the research problem is another factor which you must consider for selecting the research topic. And then you prepare a strong research proposal. Therefore, this is another important aspect of your research proposal or research problem. Next slide, please. Dr. Asha? Yes. Now, what parameters you should consider for topic selection? Friends, I thought you are the faculty members of different colleges and you have registered for this FDP, which is organized by Dr. Bivandikar and his team members for your benefit. So, topic selection is pertinent for you. So, when you are thinking certain topic for the purpose of research work, you must consider the past experience, your own past experience as a researcher. Somebody of you must have recently joined in the profession. Somebody of you must be old. You have attended some conferences. You have presented some papers. You must see and you are consider your experience in teaching. What topic you are teaching, what subject you are teaching. From that you may take research for your research work. Topic you may select and complete your research work as early as possible. Then formal qualification. Your formal qualification. If you belong to management, you should undertake the research work from management field itself. If you are a computer postgraduate, then you must take some computer related research topic for your research work, because you should be specialized. You should be expert in your area. Don't enter into in another area. If you enter into another area, you will begin with ABCD, and for which it will take a long time for completing your research work. Then when you are in the profession, you may acquire some expertise during the course of time. You may acquire some expertise means you are associated with some of your friend, your teacher, your colleague, and then you get an idea to undertake the research. That becomes one parameter to select the research topic for undertaking the research work. Then insight gained in the subject. What are the insights you have gained over the period of time? That is also equally important. Then reading about success of others. There are some success stories around you. Some teachers, your somebody friend, colleague who has completed the research work and acquired PhD, that may help you for selecting the research topic. Sometimes there is some old research work, but you want to verify it. You take the same topic and you verify that theory, for which you may arrive at some inferences. That can be a topic for research work. But friends, you have to consider your research ability, your ability and everything, because all of us, we are common people undertaking the research. So therefore, you have to be a little careful. Then sometimes you must consider contemporary issues in your area of interest. Here I mean contemporary issues means emerging areas, emerging fields, and there you may identify some research topic which becomes a attractive topic, catchy topic, because whenever you meet your friends, colleagues, and you tell them that you are doing PhD, people will ask what is the topic on which you are conducting the research. And if the topic is good, creative, catchy, novel, then people say, yes, your topic is good for undertaking the research work. So this is what is important. Then sometimes you are qualified, your caliber you want to prove, and you take certain research topic only. That becomes your parameter for selecting the research topic. So some of these few parameters I thought it is pertinent to discuss with you or share with you that will help you for selecting the topic, because I'm pretty sure some of you must have in your mind, you may be interested in undertaking the research work leading towards the PhD. So that is why these parameters will help you. Friends, all those things are available in the research methodology books, or you may take this PowerPoint presentation, which I have shared with the organizing committee members. You may ask them. Next slide, please. Dr. Asha, yes. Now, where to look for the topic? Because the PhD students to whom I was guiding for PhD, they used to ask me, sir, from where I should find out the research topic for my PhD work. So these are some of the hints for you where you can select, you can find out the topic. Friends, you may refer some thesis going to the university library and so on. And then you may think of undertaking your own topic, because if you see what others have undertaken the topic, some topic may come to your mind definitely. Sometimes research in progress means others' research they have completed, but it is half the extension you can undertake for the purpose of research. And friends, whenever you undertake review of related literature, definitely that review of literature, you may make an attempt to identify the gap, and that identification of the gap is a topic for research to you, and you can undertake that as a topic. Sometimes there are certain concepts or ideas which are vague in nature. You want to specify, you want to prove, you want to study. For that, you get a research topic to your mind. Then ideas and concepts which are discarded. Some ideas are discarded by others. You can take up that idea. You can conduct the research work. That may become a topic for your research work. So, friends, these are some of the sources where you can identify the research topic, because sometimes certain concepts are not yet accepted, but over the period of time, the changes taking place in the environment, then you can take that topic and then you can see how that idea, that concept, that becomes acceptable or unacceptable, and you dig into that, go in detail, gather some data, analyze that data, and accept or reject that idea or concept that is possible, and that becomes a topic for the research work. Next slide, please. From where the research problem comes to you, that is called a source. Source means something where from you get. So that is, I made an attempt to list down some of the sources to you, because somebody of you must be interested in doing PhD and you are not able to decide the research topic for PhD work. For that, I may say intuition means your self-imbibed quality as a person, and you may have some ideas where you can decide the research topic. Then you may see the research work of others. You need not to take that topic, but related to that, another topic it may come to your mind, and there you may identify your research problem that becomes one source for deciding the research topic leading towards PhD degree. There are some brainstorming sessions, friends, some workshops, some seminars where some topic is discussed widely by the experts, and in that session, idea come to you, and that becomes a research problem to you. Sometimes you meet with your teachers, your colleagues, your friends, some employees of some organization, and idea come to you, that becomes a research problem. Sometimes you may consult some of your friends, some of the experts, senior teachers, senior people in the research. You may meet those people in the discussion. You may get a topic for the research work. Day-to-day work experience. If you are a teacher, you are teaching some subject. You are teaching some topic in some subject, and that may help you to arrive at a research problem. Field survey, daily work experience, these are some of the sources. Academic discussions like seminars, conferences, etc. You come across certain emerging areas, and that becomes a topic for research. Then sometimes you read the books, journals, etc. And from there, you get an idea that this can be a topic for the purpose of research. Next slide, please. So friends, whatever I had limited research methodology knowledge, because nowadays research methodology has become a technical oriented. And I thought it is pertinent to share with you some of my views on the research methodology, research leading towards your PhD degree. I thought to share with you on research proposal and selecting the topic for research work. So at the outset, I am thankful to Dr. Bhivandikar and his team for giving me this opportunity of sharing my views with you on this occasion. I am thankful to them, and I am thankful to you all for your patient listening. Friends, it was a one-side communication from me to you. If anybody has any problem in mind to ask, you are free to ask. I shall try myself. I shall try to satisfy your queries. If any query is there, one or two questions we can invite from the participants. Please. Anybody? I think Dr. Asha, there is no question, no query from the participants. So we will come to the end of our presentation. Dr. Asha? I think Dr. Bhivandikar is online. Dr. Asha? Yes, sir.
Siddhi madam.
So, yes, sir. Yes, Dr. Shitoli.
Asha madam, please go ahead. Please give your words of
Thank you very much for this session. And sir, I was not changing your slides. I would give this credit to the team from the Achievers College.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Your team, excellent team, Dr. Bhivandikar has developed.
Yes, but thank you so much for this wonderful session. And like I said, our PhD scholars are here, and I'm sure they've benefited a lot from your session. So thank you very much. And we invite you to visit our university sometime, sir.
Yes.
We are located
Dr.
at
Asha Bhatia is from Universal AI University. She is head of research center there.
Yes,
and
good,
we have also collaborated with Universal AI University. And before your lecture, there was use of AI in research. It was, today's both sessions were so wonderful that
yes, excellent sessions.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to coordinator, please.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening session. Your insights have been immensely valuable and will undoubtedly guide and inspire us all. If anybody has any queries, please feel free to ask.
I think there are no queries. Let us come to the end, sir.
Thank you all. I now request my colleague, Assistant Professor Chanchal Sapkale ma'am, to deliver a formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Chanchal ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am Chanchal Sapkale, Assistant Professor at Achievers College of Commerce and Management, and it is my absolute pleasure to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Achievers College as we conclude this enriching online session on research. First and foremost, I extend a sincere gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Professor Bhupendra Mishra sir, and Dr. G.Y. Shitole sir, for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us today. Your insights into the field of research were truly enlightening and have given us a deeper understanding of the research process, its challenges, and its immense potential. Your clarity, passion, and practical examples have left us inspired to explore further and think more critically. I would also like to thank a respected principal, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Bhivandikar sir, Vice Principal Ms. Sophia D'Souza ma'am, and Ms. Sana Khan ma'am, and all the faculty members for their constant encouragement and support in organizing such meaningful sessions that add great value to our academic journey. Last but not least, a heartfelt thanks to all the participants. Your presence, active involvement, and thoughtful questions made this session truly interactive. I kindly request everyone to turn on their camera for a group photo. I also request the technical team to please capture the moment.
Yes,
Thank you all once again.